Hello students, I am Rizwan. Today we are going to learn about 3D shapes and how we can show them on flat surfaces. You see 3D shapes all around you in daily life. For example, a box is a cube, a ball is a sphere, and a pencil is like a cylinder. But sometimes it's hard to see the full shape in 3D. So, we use different ways to draw or show these shapes in 2D, like in pictures or sketches. We will explore how to draw these 3D objects in simple ways. Also, we will learn how to understand 3D shapes by looking at them from different sides, cutting them into sections, or even looking at their shadows. This will help you easily recognize and understand 3D shapes in the world around you. Learning outcomes. After the completion of this lesson, you will be able to understand how to draw 3D shapes on flat surfaces using different sketching methods. Learn how to visualize 3D shapes from different angles and views. Identify the cross-section of a 3D shape by making cuts. Recognize how light and shadows can show 3D shapes in 2D. Keywords from this lesson are 3D shapes, 2D shapes, oblique sketch, isometric sketch, visualization, cross-section, shadow, views, angles, drawing solids on a flat surface, 2D representation of 3D shapes. 3D shapes occupy space, but we can also represent them on flat surface using certain techniques. This is called visual illusion. Here we are having two techniques to help us draw 3D shapes on a plane surface. First one is oblique sketch. Second is isometric sketch. Oblique sketch. An oblique sketch is a way of drawing a 3D object on a flat surface at an angle. In this type of sketch, some parts of the object may not be visible and the sides may not be the same length, but we can still recognize the shape. It's a simple way to show the object without perfect details. Now, let us draw an oblique sketch of a 3x3x3 cube. Step 1. Draw the front face. Step 2. Draw the opposite face. Size of the faces have to be same, but the sketch is somewhat offset from step 1. Step 3. Join the corresponding corners. Step 4. Redraw using dotted lines for hidden edges. The sketch is ready. Isometric sketches. An isometric sheet is made up of dots that form equilateral triangles. When we draw a shape on this sheet, keeping the measurements proportional to the original object, it is called an isometric sketch. Let us draw an isometric sketch of a cuboid dimensions 7 into 3 into 4. Step 1. Draw a rectangle to show the front face. Step 2. Draw 4 parallel line segments of length 3 units starting from the 4 corners of the rectangle. Step 3. Connect the matching corners with appropriate line segments. Step 4. This is an isometric sketch of a cuboid. Visualizing solid objects. When we look at a 3D shape from one side, some parts may not be visible. However, we can still identify the shape based on what we see. This process is called visualization. We can see that the front, top, and side views of the image are completely different, and some faces are hidden. However, we can still identify that the figure is made up of 4 cubes. Viewing different sections of a solid. There are so many ways to see the different sections of the 3D shape. First one. View an object by cutting or slicing. When we make a horizontal or vertical cut through a 3D object, we get a 2D shape called a cross section. The shape of the cross section depends on the direction of the cut. If we make a horizontal cut through a rectangular pyramid, the cross section will be a rectangle. However, if we make a vertical cut, the cross section will be a triangle. Viewing an object by its shadow. When we shine a light on a 3D object, the shadow it casts on a flat surface form a 2D shape. The shape of the shadow depends on the direction from which the light hits the object. If we shine light on a cylinder from its circular side, the shadow formed will be a circle. If we shine light on a cylinder while it is standing, The shadow cast will be a rectangular in shape. Viewing from different angles to get different views. All the 3D objects have a different view if we see them from different sides. By seeing them from different angles, we can observe them easily. In the above figure, we will have a different top view, front view, and side view. Points to remember. 3D shapes can be shown on flat surfaces using methods like oblique and isometric sketches, helping us understand their structure. When looking at a 3D object from different angles, we see different views such as the top, front, and side. A cross-section is a 2D shape formed when we cut through a 3D object horizontally or vertically. The shadow of a 3D object on a flat surface can help us understand its shape based on the light direction. Visualizing 3D shapes means recognizing them from different sides even when parts are hidden from view. Thanks for watching.